Hi, everyone. Welcome to our virtual back to school night. I'm Allison Dunn, and I should be at the bottom of your screen. I'm going to narrate through this slide deck, and I'm going to try to do it in one take. So think positively for me, please. Welcome to American Literature. Hopefully, if you're watching this, it's because I have your child in American Literature this year. A little bit of my educational background. This is my 14th year as a high school English teacher. I am returning to Grosse Pointe after teaching for 8 years in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and this is now my 6th year at North. I have my master's from George Mason University and my bachelor's from the University of Michigan. And I said returning because before that, I grew up here in Grosse Pointe and went all the way K through 12 through Grosse Pointe public school system. Here are 4 of our main course goals for the year. The first focuses on analysis. I really want students to feel comfortable analyzing a variety of texts. You can see I've listed here novels, poems, dramas, nonfictions, literary critique. Just this week, we analyzed some paintings, and then we took those skills and transferred them over to creation myths. The second goal I have in mind that I would really like to reach is to be able to consider authorial intent. Here in American Literature, we navigate through our text mostly chronologically, and so we just want them to understand the historical context of the time and the author's point of view in that moment. Once they're able to analyze and consider authorial intent, they should be able to articulate a critical position, meaning they can interpret their own understanding of work and be able to write about it. Finally, I always want my students to actively engage in class. It's looking a little bit different this year with our virtual instruction. Active engagement virtually would look like participating in the chat, speaking aloud, answering questions when called upon, having their cameras on for class, for breakout sessions. There's lots of ways for students to chime in during class. I will also be pushing links through the chat of documents that they should be open and interacting with. So they should be at the screen during our live sessions. I only see them twice a week, and so we're really trying to maximize that time. Here's our major texts and unit of study. I mentioned that we just started our first creation myth, which is our first unit here. After that, we're going to move into Puritan literature, poetry, speeches, and then our major text is The Crucible, which is a play. After that, we move on to the Revolution. We're going to be studying some more speeches, analyzing them, and then the narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass, which they should have received in their book pickup this week. Second semester begins with Gothic short stories, always a fan favorite. Transcendentalism, this is a focus on poetry. And then we move into the Jazz Age with our study of the Great Gatsby. And then finally, a new unit to us, Behold the Dreamers by Mbola Mbue, which is our most contemporary novel that we will study. So you might be asking, what can you do to help your child? I've listed some online resources for novel support. When we're reading books, if they're having a hard time understanding, need a little extra assistance, the website of Shmoop is a great resource. Shmoop also has ACT and SAT prep if your child is preparing for those outside of school. For MLA citations, which is linked to writing, the Purdue OWL website is wonderful. If they prefer to have an audio of text, YouTube has audio of all of our texts. I'm going to be linking those in Schoology as well. And then Quizlet is great for online flashcards and studying. Also, just help them with the roadmap, navigating. Encourage them to engage in the live sessions. I mentioned ways that they can engage either through typing or through participating aloud. Speak with your child about class assignments, help them get organized and just know what's due. They will always have an asynchronous assignment in this class. So they will have one thing that we do together and then one thing that they must complete on their own. In fact, ask them, oh no, this should say ask. No, ask them to take you through Schoology. Encourage them to attend learning labs and student support, which are available in the afternoon, and then student Learning labs are on Wednesday and student support in the afternoon. And then, of course, encourage reading and writing for pleasure. So many students say that they haven't enjoyed these things for a while. So hopefully they can get some non-screen time pleasure reading and writing in the afternoons. If you need anything from me, the best and most immediate way to reach me is via email. That's Dunna, DUNNA, at gpschools.org. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to getting to know your child throughout the course of this year, and I'm really excited for this new adventure that we are embarking on. Thank you.